two things in my life that 100% of the time make me cry. The River by Bruce Springsteen and this story. And I'm never going to be able to explain it in a way that would make most people cry. So again, I was laying in bed and I was watching TV, and all of a sudden I was wide awake. Now I can't say for sure. I was wide awake. I wasn't tired. I wasn't sleeping. But you know, maybe I fell asleep and it was a dream or whatever. But even if that's the case, it's kind of like you know, when John said in Revelation, he didn't know if he was in the body or outside of the body. It was like that. I don't know if it was a dream or a vision, but all of a sudden, I wasn't in my room anymore. I was in what looked like a big auditorium. You know, it was bright. It was really, really big with like a lot of empty seats, but I was in a small group, kind of front and center, you know, facing the stage, a small group of maybe 15 or 20 people. And this person, I don't know if he was a man or an angel or I don't know. He actually just looked like a regular old Baptist. Like, picture a Baptist, that's this guy. You know, he seemed really pleasant, and you know, he came up on stage and he started to talk about the creation of Adam. And you know, it was all stuff that I heard before, but I was interested in listening to it because I was receiving it differently. I wasn't just receiving information through my ears and processing it through my mind. It was almost like there just aren't words, but I was processing the information differently. I could see it in a way. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But anyway, so he was telling the story about Adam and everything, and then he got to the part about where Adam sinned, where Adam and Eve sinned, and he told this story that isn't exactly recorded in the Bible, at least, you know, not like this, but you can imagine that this is probably the kind of conversation that would happen. But you know, I mean, imagine if you have to tell your son who doesn't understand what death is. You got to explain to him he's not only this is what death is, but this is going to happen to you. But so when he's telling us this, he started to explain it like this. He said, when God was telling Adam what death is and that he was going to die, God told Adam, but don't worry, because, oh, here we go. Because, Adam, I would rather lie down and die with you than to be separated from you. And he stopped, and we were waiting to see what he was going to say next. And he said, and that's exactly what he did on the cross. And we all just burst out in tears and joy and worshiping, and it was really powerful. And I'd never heard it from that perspective before, and I'm never going to be able to explain it in a way that's going to be as emotional as I'm getting about it now. But it was just a free flow of emotion and praise and worship, unlike anything that I'd ever felt before or since. And then I started to feel myself come back. And when that was happening, it was almost like I could feel myself become more solid. Like I was a sponge before and I was becoming a brick. And I was starting to lose the sense of emotion and love and praise. And I knew that I would always have some concept of it and still like have sort of a memory of it, but it would never be in physical solid, you know, just in life. It would never be as much as it was there. Again, it was from the little I can retain of it. It's a sliver of what we have to look forward to. And now Paul's words sort of make a little bit more sense. Despite all of the sleep paralysis, all the demonic attacks, I literally had hundreds, if not thousands, of those things. If all those led up to me having these two experiences, fine, that's great. I'll take it. That's so worth it. I would go through 10 times as much to be able to have that. So